Welcome to the Crippling Nail Show. I'm Mike the Crippler Cresta.
Johnny fucking Nails.
And we're back, baby. Today we're going to take a couple questions from our Twitter followers. They asked, TNA and Global Force Wrestling, will that partnership work? Should Ring of Honor have accepted the deal to work with TNA? And does Jeff Jarrett return to TNA and make the talent happy? Does an invasion angle work? What's your opinion?
I'm glad Ring of Honor didn't take this deal at all. I mean, Ring of Honor's up and coming company. Why do you need to take everybody else's shit? Jeff Jarrett coming back to TNA, will it make talent happy? I don't think so. The talent hasn't had enough of Jeff Jarrett. They obviously got rid of him a couple years ago, and now they're bringing him back in like it's nothing. I do believe there's an invasion in the works. You have a couple of former TNA guys going over to Global Force Wrestling. Let's see how it works out. Global Force Wrestling still doesn't really have a channel. But you know what? This is also very, very, very close to what I was saying a couple of months ago with the whole TNA becoming kind of like the NWA with the whole championship system.
Yeah.
Now what we'll have is basically one champion touring from each company. Now if that gets to work, then by all means I'm all up for it. But at this point, TNA to me, sinking shit.
Well, I kind of have to agree with you on that one. I honestly think that Ring of Honor not taking the deal was good for them. They're becoming pretty much the main second party company.
Main alternative.
Yeah, main alternative to WWE, which is like the obvious big brand of wrestling. And I think that staying away from Global Force will do wonders for them right now. On the other hand, TNA, I think this is a dangerous situation for them. I can see Global Force Wrestling really starting to take a lot of their bigger name stars, especially what's left over, the EC3s, and a couple of other.
They already took Magnus from them.
Exactly, Magnus is the biggest loss from this so far. But I can't imagine a GFW heavyweight champion touring like Harley Race around the territory defending the title.
American needs at the moment.
I do like what Ring of Honor did with New Japan Pro Wrestling with the War of the World. I think that's gonna work. Now they kind of got something in the works I hear with WWE through New Japan, so we're gonna see how that goes.
Hopefully. I mean, they got the New Japan guys coming by to the headline against NXT here in Brooklyn at MCU Park.
That's gonna be fantastic.
So, as a wrestling fan myself, big Ring of Honor fan, I'm kind of lopsided on which show to attend. So hopefully in the next couple of months they can sway me one way or the other.
Well, there's also talks now that WWE and Evolve might have something going on. What do you think about that?
I mean, it's kind of like the feeder system they had back in the day with ECW, which it worked, but it didn't work. I mean, if it gets Johnny Gargano, which is one of our favorite wrestlers that we've met a couple of times here in Brooklyn, if he gets U-Haul Nation to actually work with people he's comfortable with, if he gets those indie guys, bigger name, recognized.
Samoa Joe's already there.
Yes.
He's going to help bridge that.
If he gets them to be able to be recognized once they step up, by all means, we would love to see them at NXT.
Well, Johnny Gargano just wrestled the dark match on NXT against U-Haul Nation.
And I heard it was a great match. I heard it was a great match.
Yeah.
That's all we can expect.
Let's take the next question.
Samoa Joe in the WWE. Would we see more contracts like his, and who would be viable candidates for it?
All right, well, I'm definitely happy Samoa Joe's in NXT. I think he's going to do fantastic with the talent. I think he's going to help boost that show up. He brings a big brand name already, being that he's like, 5-time TNA champion or something like that.
I think
multiple times
the 3 matches we've seen she helped us.
Yeah. Do I see having a long run, maybe making it to the main roster? That's iffy. It's possible. I don't think he's going to be like a 10-time champion or anything like that.
Of course not.
Probably be on the main roster for a short bit of time. I do see, in reference to the second part of that question, I do see some very viable candidate types for a contract like this. AJ Styles, just primarily, guys are like one of the biggest names in wrestling. He has to eventually come wrestle. The Young Bucks, who that's pretty much the number one reason why they haven't been signed by WWE.
No, they've told us this themselves.
Personally, we've had conversations with them about this. And I think of maybe Moose could possibly work a schedule like this.
But I think the one thing that hinders all this is the fact that WWE is very adamant with the whole not appearing on TV.
Yeah.
Now, with the fact, with what happened with Samoa Joe and how the whole contract came along, was that they signed him, great, but they gave him a revenue contract. With the whole thing, if he comes out on TV, listen, we're gonna have to sign you full time. So now he does still have the ones where he can work the indie scene, but he can't work television, which might hinder everybody else's mind on coming up. AJ Styles and the Young Bucks make a lot of money over in Japan. They make a lot of money for Ring of Honor. Now, if they're going to work dark matches, they're not going to get as much money. So maybe that's something that really they should look into.
But they're also quite bigger names.
They are bigger names. Maybe they get bigger contracts. You know, some tag team who can actually probably be really, really good for a contract like this is actually the Briscoe Brothers style of Ring of Honor. They're a really great tag team they've been wanting to bring up.
The Bavaro Brothers.
The Bavaro Brothers as well.
They're fantastic.
Bravado Brothers. I'm sorry, Bavaro. What?
Yeah,
It was Bavaro. It's like a town of the Dominican Republic. But bringing in tag teams to help out the division would be great. Now, can they bring tag teams to bring out the division? Only time will tell if they get to convince you guys to come up.
Another name just came to mind: the Dudley Boys.
Dudley Boys. Well, you saw what happened with Bubba at the Royal Rumble. They've been on Twitter, they've been on Facebook, Instagram, any social media hand, they can get on. And they've been saying we should be in the WWE. I believe we should be because you know what? The tag team division, which is something that's very strong and can carry the company in times when you have some injuries, make it even a better show. Now, what do you think about the fact that apparently by next year they want 3 touring brands? They want NXT to be an official touring brand.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Great, man. Actually, like I said,
NXT might be better than Raw.
Yeah, sometimes it is. Some live events, some live specials. They've been way better than the live pay-per-views. Just saying, that's my opinion. I know AWC would probably murder me, but you know what? I got 2 words for you. Suck it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is Nail's Corner. Now, this is a new swerve we're throwing out there for you guys. I'm going to be covering the Ring of Honor pay-per-view, last Ring of Honor pay-per-view actually, Best in the World, filmed out of New York City. First match of the night was Mark Briscoe versus Donovan Dijak. It was a decent match, could have been better, but Mark Briscoe went over. It's, I think, the first time in a while Briscoe actually wins a match on pay-per-view. Second match was a tag team match where Matt Sydal and ACH lost to the team of Adam Page and BJ Whitmore. Decent match once again, Ring of Honor style, a lot of high spots, a lot of low spots. Third match of the night was Silas Young versus Dalton Castle. Now, Silas Young loses in this match. Dalton Castle is the first time I actually see him. I really haven't been able to follow Ring of Honor the way I like to. But it's very eccentric, kind of Adam Rosey, kind of, like Superstar Jimmy Graham type hybrid where he's very masculine, very Greco-Roman style wrestler, but he has this very flamboyant style to him. It's pretty good. Fourth match of the night was kind of a dud, just for a simple fact. Cedric Alexander turned heel on his partner Caprice Coleman. He didn't want to hit him with a hammer. They lost to War Machine in under 3 minutes. Fifth match of the night is Roderick Strong versus Michael Elgin versus Ken Moose. Now, this is a 3-way match. Usually 3-way matches aren't ever since ECW went down, aren't really worth the wait, to be really crisp. A little bit more on 3-way matches later on in another segment, but we have Roderick Strong going over Moose and Michael Elgin in a decent match in which you have Cedric Alexander then come out and attack Moose with a wrench. Sixth match of the night is AJ Styles and the Young Bucks, the Bullet Club versus Adam Cole, Michael Bennett, and Matt Taven, the Kingdom. Tons of high spots as expected with the Young Bucks, Adam Cole, and Kingdom. Maria Kanellis takes a triple super kick to the face. The crowd marks out the way you know for a fact they would mark out. Bullet Club goes over on the Kingdom. Seventh match of the night is The Addiction, Christopher Daniels and Kazarian versus Red Dragon, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly in a no DQ match. You have tons of spots again. You have some high spots with ladders and chairs and tables and, typical no DQ match in Ring of Honor. The eighth and final match of the night, main event, in my opinion, was probably the closest thing to a 5-star match this year in any promotion, in which we have Jay Lethal defeat Jay Briscoe to become the new Ring of Honor World Champion. Now, Jay Lethal holds both top titles in Ring of Honor. Now, he's a TV champ and the heavyweight champ. And from what I've heard, in the next pay-per-view, he'll be defending both in the same ring. Overall, I think a great pay-per-view for Ring of Honor. Again, the second biggest company in America. I refuse to acknowledge TNA as a growing company. They're horrible. This is Nails' Corner, bringing you the best of Ring of Honor coverage.
Alright guys, that's all we got for you today. Thank you for joining us on another episode of the Crippling Nails Show. Continue to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and now Instagram, which Nails here is running.
I am Nails, he is Crippling. Thank you for joining us. This is the Crippling Nails Show.